We're here at Commodity Classic 2022 on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network here in New Orleans, and I am with Brent Renner. He's with the Iowa Soybean Association, a farmer in Clemmy, Iowa. Brent, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk with us today.
Pleasure to be here.
So tell us a little bit about what Iowa Soybean is bringing to this convention, what they need to really communicate with their other growers.
Sure. So every year at the Commodity Classic, we gather not only as a group of farmers on the Iowa board, but we meet with the other states as well, and we set policy going forward for the upcoming legislative session, and try to provide direction to our legislators to impact positively soybean policy.
And what kind of policy ideas are Iowa bringing? And
So this year, the biggest subjects I think are revolving around and surrounding the potential new demand for soy oil. There's a lot of excitement behind what that means to us as an industry, and we want to make sure that there's policies in place that support that and lead to more demand for the soybeans that Iowa farmers raise.
So for our listeners that don't get to be here involved with these kind of situations and these kind of meetings, tell us kind of how the operation works, how they come to a consensus at the end.
Sure. So it's a large delegate of soybean farmers across the nation. We have several delegates and alternate delegates that get up and speak before the entire body to try to influence the group to support whatever policies that we think are important to Iowa, and obviously we have to come to a consensus with the other states to move those policies forward.
And so going back into Iowa now, I mean, what kind of challenges are you facing looking into 2022? I mean, as you get ready for that year, I mean, what kind of things are you thinking about going into that year?
It seems like the challenges never end, regardless of what the market's done, and I know that's been a positive for everybody, but even prior to the market rise, we were extremely concerned about high input prices and technology use and availability of chemistries that protect our crops from weeds. So that's just a few that are always on our mind, and looking forward to even crop year 2023 is starting to become a big concern for us if these fertilizer prices continue to skyrocket and some of the other inputs that we deal with on a daily basis.
And I'm assuming, the fuel prices is probably also something that you're concerned
Absolutely.
about. I mean, it just seems like, yeah, $16 beans look really great when you're selling them, but
Correct.
when you look at what you're paying to produce
No,
it.
you nailed it. There's no end to the input rises that we're seeing, and not just that, availability, supply issues, supply chain issues. So yeah, there's no end to the amount of issues that we're facing as far as challenges go for moving forward.
All right, so what message do you want to send back to those Iowa farmers?
That we're here as a group working towards policies that support and promote the demand of soybeans so that we can keep that price and hopefully weed through some of these other issues and support whatever policies it takes to help with supply chain issues and help with technology availability and some of those other things that are so important to us.
All right, well, Brent, I thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today.
Absolutely, thank you.
That's Brent Renner with the Iowa Soybean Association. Again, all of our coverage here from Commodity Classic brought to you by the Iowa Soybean Association. We're here at Commodity Classic on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network.